We have a lot of things to cover in today's video, but I'm going to do it in under 5 minutes. Are we ready? Okay, so the CFTC and the SEC are fighting over scraps over who can regulate crypto the best in the United States. Is this something that US citizens really want? Do they want competition and regulation as who can do it the most brutal? Because that's what it's going to turn out to. I know the SEC has obviously left a horrible taste in the mouths of crypto users in the United States, but the CFTC has been quoted as saying they can do a much better job, and the SEC has been far too relaxed with regulating crypto. Now what's happening with KuCoin, the CFTC and the SEC are again fighting over who has the right to regulate it. I'm going to read a quote from an article talking about this. It says, "The disagreement between the two regulatory bodies highlights the complexities of regulating emerging technologies like cryptocurrencies as they challenge traditional regulatory frameworks and necessitate a clear delineation of oversight responsibilities." You hear that? They don't know how to qualify cryptocurrencies because cryptos don't fit ever so perfectly in their little box of traditional finance, and they can't decide who can regulate it the best, who is going to get paid the most to try to basically smother crypto and create it into more traditional finance. Not exactly inspirational things happening there. Also, what's happening around the other side of the world, Hong Kong has approved its first spot Bitcoin ETF. It's probably going to be the first of many, but the Bitcoin spot ETF market in Hong Kong is expected to grow to be about $2 billion. That is only 10% of the total inflows of the BlackRock ETF iShares. So it's obviously not as big as BlackRock, but this global attention and interest in more Bitcoin spot ETFs is going to attribute more and more to the scarcity of Bitcoin and the supply shock that a halving event is going to pale in comparison to. Lastly, VanEck had a speech or was doing some talks with CoinDesk at the Paris Blockchain Summit recently. And here are some key takeaways that I took from an article of basically the points that he was talking about. One of these screams that he is a rookie in crypto. Can you tell which one it is? Okay, so first off, he says he noted that this is actually really interesting to note because myself and Toby, we attributed, I think, a lot of the growth of Bitcoin, this current bull market, the differences historically this bull market than in previous. For example, Bitcoin hit a new all-time high before the halving event. Has never happened before. And I think we were definitely attributing that towards the involvement of these spot ETF applicants and the amount of Bitcoin that they were acquiring. But VanEck CEO said that only about a third of Bitcoin's depreciation since the launch of US spot Bitcoin ETFs has occurred during US trading hours. And remember, ETFs are traded like the stock market. They are restricted to the trading days and times of traditional financial instruments. He's suggesting that the ETFs are not the dominant driver of price movement. Could it be that inflation and an urge to protect your wealth in something that isn't devaluing, could it be that was actually the driver of Bitcoin? If so, great. Also, the main man behind VanEck is surprised and disappointed by the transaction fees on blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum. If that isn't how you spot a rookie, I don't know what else is. Classic signals of increased activity on the blockchain is increased transaction fees. It's a really clear evidence of increased demand of use of the blockchain. You are essentially paying to use that blockchain in a crowd of other people, and if you pay more money, your transaction might be included a little bit faster. So increase in transaction fees means an overall increase in use in that blockchain. It means it's a healthy blockchain that a lot of people want to use, probably because it's secure, it's popular, and it's been tested for many, many years. Instead, he's saying Solana and Polygon are great because they are super duper cheap. You're right.
A rookie.
They are super duper cheap, but are they reliable? Yet to be seen. Are they secure? Yet to be seen. Are they tested? Yet to be seen. Some might say Solana has been tested and has been failing lately. A lot of the now super enthusiastic Solana holders are saying that this is classic. It's what happens to the blockchain. They fail, they fix. But it just keeps happening for Solana year after year. So again, not convinced, but it is cheaper if the blockchain is functioning. And you can't forget about the nepotism that's happening, because now the CEO of VanEck, his son is launching a stablecoin backed by US dollars, and the reserve funds will be managed by VanEck, but and I think they're banking within the British Virgin Islands, but it will not be available to US users. Again, they're claiming that they need far more clarity and regulations in stablecoins before they feel safe to make them available to US. So again, land of the free. I'm not for stablecoins, apparently, not for the one offered by VanEck. Just a side note here, Cardano and Ripple have also been launching their own centralized fiat-backed stablecoins. Will they also be available to US users? And how can they tell if they're US users or not? Will KYC be involved? Maybe that is worthy of another video soon to come. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome to Crypto Tips. My name's Heidi. Hit like and subscribe. If you want to know what coins we're using, what stable coins we are using, if we're US citizens or not, check out learningcrypto.com. You won't regret it. Bye.